He had no idea I was pregnant. Since he cheated, must I tell him? I love my fiancé more than anything, but he cheated on me. I know 3 years together isn't that long, and I've had longer relationships, but my relationship with him has been the most serious so far. I'm saying this not just because he proposed, but because I've never loved anyone the same way I love him. We have a much stronger and the more intense connection than I've ever had with anyone in my life. I'm only 26. I'm sure I have all the time to date and find someone else, yet I'm incredibly heartbroken in ways I can't even imagine. This is by far the worst pain I've ever felt. I don't know how it happened. I didn't see it coming. This was the healthiest relationship I've had. I was so excited to get married and have our child. He doesn't even know I'm pregnant. I've been putting off telling him the good news because it's his birthday next month, and I wanted to surprise him. There were none of the usual indicators that our relationship was declining in the past several months. It was like one day the switch just flipped. When we returned home after seeing my friend 2 weeks ago, I noticed that something was off. He seemed distant, but I just put it down to him being tired. However, he then continued to be a little more aloof. He's an engineer, and his work could be very stressful. I know his boss has been on his ass lately about a certain project. These past 2 weeks, we haven't been intimate either, but that isn't unusual because he typically isn't in the mood when he's extremely stressed, whether it be from work or family obligations. I left town on Friday to visit my sister, and I just returned home today. Originally, the plan was for him to accompany me, but he told me he really needed the weekend to work on his project, which I didn't find suspicious at all. He knew what day and what time I would be returning home, yet when I got into our home, the kitchen hadn't been cleaned from what was obviously a romantic dinner. And when I got to the bedroom, the sheets were a mess. There was a woman's lingerie on the floor by the door. His pants and their shoes were in the hallway. Obviously, it was taken off hastily while they were making their way to our shared bedroom, our shared bed, our shared everything, and our sacred place. It just seemed so careless. He knew I would get to see it when I got back, and he didn't even bother to clean up. Did he really think I'd stay? Did he really think I wouldn't care? He's not picking up my calls. It was when I texted him that I realized I had been blocked. If he was into someone else, why didn't he just say it? Why would he allow me to find out in the cruelest way possible? Even worse, I know who the girl is since she left her jewelry behind. It's someone about whom I had insecurities at the beginning of our relationship, but got over it as time went by. I don't know what to do. I had to leave our house. So, I'm just crying out on my front lawn right now. I'm too embarrassed to call anyone close to me, and a million things are running through my head. What am I going to do with the baby? I can't see myself co-parenting with him after a betrayal like this. Why did he do this? What changed? Did he get bored of me? Wasn't I enough? Why her? Why me? What am I going to tell people? How am I ever going to trust someone again? Where am I going to live? Among our mutual friends, who will take his side? Does this mean I can't be friends with his sister anymore? I have a ton of questions with no answers. I'm so broken inside, both spiritually and emotionally, that I can't even express how devastated I am. Do I tell him we're gonna have a baby?